Wike is really mad. He will pay for his sins one day. Sowore blasts Wike. Human rights activist Omoyele Sowore says that it would be an understatement to describe Nyesom Wike as mad, saying that the Rivers State governor is posing as an imperial and shall one day pay for his sins. Describing Governor Wike Nyesom as mad is an understatement. The Rivers State Chief Executive sees himself as an imperial because he has gotten away with so many atrocities as governor. He must think at a point that nobody could possibly hold him to account. One day, though, he will pay for his sins, Sowore, founder of Sahara Reporters, tweeted on Sunday. As first reporters told you, authorities in the Rivers State demolished two luxury hotels that were secretly operating in violation of COVID-19 lockdown rules. Governor Wike Nyesom had before the demolition warned that any hotel that goes in contract to the rules would be demolished. On Sunday, owners of Prudent Hotel, Alode in Eleme, and Etemete Hotel, One, watched as their assets and investments were rendered to the trees in seconds. Governor Wike Nyesom has said that he will do everything possible to protect the lives of Rivers people. In fact, the building of a wall around the state has begun so as to checkmate illegal entry from neighboring states into Rivers. Meanwhile, Sowore is not the only one condemning the demolition. Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news. Wow. Describing Governor Wike as a mad, according to Sowore, he said is an understatement. The Rivers State Chief Executive sees himself as an imperial because he has gotten away or gets away with everything he does. He gets away with any atrocities because he is a governor. Is that why he's always doing everything that he wishes? Is that why he keeps destroying things, people's wealth? Is that why he keeps destroying people's struggle? He must think at a point that nobody could possibly hold him to account. I know that someday, with everything, with all this that he's doing, one day, someday, he will pay for this. He will definitely pay for this. Hundreds of social media are also protesting this demolition of the hotel. They're protesting and they are not happy about what Nyesom did. Imagine, don't you? I used to like Nyesom. I used to appreciate him, but with what he did yesterday by demolishing those hotels, and I'm now beginning to lose hope in Nyesom. I'm now beginning to hate Nyesom and dislike his government. Why will he demolish hotel? Because they violated rules. He should have given warning. Fine, he gave a warning that nobody should resume. Hotel should not resume, and other places they should not open. Since they have they went against the rule, then it should call them to order, or they should pay fine. That would have been the opinion. That would have been a better opinion, to pay fine for violating this rule. That is it. To him now, he's showing necessary actions and ensuring security agencies to do their job well. He was commended for that by many, and rightly so. A lot of people are commending him for what he did, but it's wrong. They should put themselves in the shoes of these people. This is their daily income. This is what they get in feeding their families. And now the assets has been demolished. Where do they fall back at? How will they feed their families? This period of lockdown that a lot of people are suffering, a lot of people are hungry, no money. Those that work in a bank no longer goes to work. Those that work in a company no longer goes to work. They are at home, no job, no salary, no money, no food. Those people that are managing themselves with their hotel business. Now Nyesom has demolished the hotel. Why would he do that? Nobody is supporting him because what he did is wrong. I mean, he did not do what he did and ask the man to pay a fine. Those people to pay fine. They would definitely blame the man. But now, the man, fine, the man violated rules. Fine, he violated the rules. But now, who the exact person they are blaming now is Wike Nyesom. They're not even blaming the man for violating rules. It's Nyesom they are blaming because what he did is so very wrong. For demolishing their hotels, their properties, their assets, it's a total mess. He shouldn't have done that. With what he did, I know that so many people, so many Nigerians would definitely dislike him. That sort of action is really condemnable. It's really condemnable. Going on to demolish an hotel is definitely way out of order. He won't be blamed. They won't be blamed. Those that went against the order won't be blamed. Some will be the one to be blamed because what he did is not acceptable. A fine should have been appropriate. As I've said earlier, a fine should have been better, not demolishing. If it were to be a fine, they will pay, and that will end. Then they will realize their mistakes and decide not to violate the rules again. But now that they have demolished their hotels, and this is so painful. This is so painful. If anything should happen to them, Nyesom will be held responsible. That is it. Nyesom has shown a preview on how tyrant it can be. How tyrants can misuse the infectious disease control bill. They will arbitrarily destroy people's properties. Most of our political leaders are tyrants. Do you agree with me? So we should never give them room whatsoever to flex their muscles on us. That is it. So I don't get it. Where does governor derived his power to demolish hotels for lockdown violation? Imagine that. According to what he said he will be the one monitoring this lockdown process. That he will make sure that people will not violate the order. Immediately he heard that these people violated, these hotel managers violated, he quickly sent for the demolition of the hotel, which is so bad of him. He shouldn't have done that. Fine, should have been the next line of action. I still ask that where does a governor derive his power to demolish hotels because of COVID-19 violation? Is incipient, I don't know what to call him. People are calling madness. He's a madman. They will say that he's mad because it's a madman that behaves the way he behaved. Nothing in this life. Nothing in this life. So why will he do such a thing? What is he trying to feel? What is he trying to do? This is so wrong. Who gave him such power to do what he did? Who gave him the audacity to do what he did? I thought Wike is a lawyer who never practiced law but ruled on Amaechi's back. First as a chairman, Obio Akpo, chief of staff and the minister, and finally governor, and now an imperial. He's not thinking about his safety at all. He uses the policemen that are expected to protect him as task force, and he has the leader. Imagine that. Why did he not just revoke the chief of staff of the properties? After all, he has declared one of the owners of the hotel wanted and put a price on him. That would have been a better opinion. That would have been a better solution to that, not demolishing his hotel. He's giving room for serious, spontaneous unrest in the state by his action, which may lead to a state of emergency and, as usual, be blamed. That is it. So APC now, secondus, is not calling international community to save his people from Wike. Femi Kayode is not talking about the breaking of the fundamental human rights violation. He's not talking about it. So don't worry. I know that one day, everything he's doing will definitely, is being recorded. And he's going to pay for this according to what Sowore has just said. So viewers, that is my own opinion. Your own comment is very much needed. Drop your comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription